Hey guys, today I'm back with a new and improved updated wash day routine that not only helps me retain length, but I get 2 times the moisture and shine throughout the week. This routine is super easy, it's quick, and I'm usually done within an hour. Starting off by wetting it with warm water. This step is very vital. It seems very basic, but I'm telling you, water is the #1 key to dry, thirsty hair. So what I like to do is just let my hair soak underneath the water for a good 1 to 2 minutes. This not only helps to loosen up the products, but it helps to soften up the strands, especially if your hair has been in a protective style, if you had it in a bun, or just any style for that matter. You just need that hydration. Just look at it like this. The same way you need water when your throat gets dry is the same way your hair needs water in order to thrive. That should always be your first step before anything. And the longer and thicker your hair is, the more your hair is going to benefit from it. Not to mention, baby, I have low porosity hair. And if you have low porosity hair, then you already know that the hair has a hard time absorbing water, products, and everything. Most times, products are just going to lie on top of the hair, which makes it so hard to penetrate and get all the way through, which then leaves your hair drier more frequently. Your hair gets dry severely quick, okay? Take your time, get your thoughts ready. Get ready for this whole wash day process and just let the water run through your scalp. Think, pray, whatever you need to do, but just let that hair soak and let all the water just hold on to the hair, because trust me, it's going to make it much easier when you shampoo. So water is always going to be your best friend. If you are new to this journey, baby, get used to it. Get a spray bottle. Keep the water near you because your hair is going to thank you. And what this also does is it helps to open the pores of your scalp, and it allows it to be more receptive before you apply any products to your hair. A method to this madness. Now, we're not going to jump right into the shampoo. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to finger detangle. This is something that I've always incorporated, but I find that when I finger detangle before I apply my shampoo, I have less fairy knots. My hair gets less tangled because I'm now able to slowly, gently take the ends of my hair and pull it apart so that I'm able to prevent any knots before the shampoo gets into my scalp and onto my strands. Even though I'm going to be using a hydrating shampoo, sometimes it can still dry the hair out and the coils get tight, and then causes knots. The goal is to prevent any hair loss or more hair than we need to. So this is just a very simple tip. You don't have to do it, but I find that if you're somebody who's prone to getting fairy knots, it's one or two ways. You can either cut it or you're going to have to get you a safety pin and get it out. So this prevents it, makes it much easier. Now that my hair has gotten some hydration to it, my hair is able to pull apart very easily. One thing that is really important when it comes to your wash day is knowing what type of shampoo you're going to use. Here I'm using the Way for medium hair. It's an hydrating shampoo. You want to know the difference between a clarifying shampoo and just a regular shampoo. This is just a regular shampoo specifically for hydration, strengthening, and to add shine. So I felt like that's what I needed. But I also love the lather that I get from using it. And I also love that it just feels so moisturizing as I apply it. Very silky and is very creamy. Your hair has a lot of buildup and grease and residue. I highly recommend using a clarifying shampoo that's more of a deep cleanser, that has heavier surfactants, more like soap ingredients, and it also helps to like remove impurities from your scalp. It's basically like a heavy duty type of shampoo, but I particularly don't like to use clarifying shampoos maybe once a month, only because they can be drying. So when I'm using this shampoo, I always just focus on my roots just for the first wash. I usually wash my hair twice, but I just like to use my fingertips and really just focus on the roots because that's where most of my buildup is, where all of the itchiness comes from. But I'm very gentle, so be very mindful when washing your hair not to use your nails. It can cause irritation. And then once I rinse, I just rinse with warm water again. Not hot water, but warm water. And I just let the soap just fall as it may. And as you can see, my hair already looks super hydrated and it looks very clean, but I'm going to go back in for a second time just to ensure that it's very clean because I haven't washed my hair in about 3 weeks. So when I go back in the second time, I'm then going to allow the shampoo to go through all of my strands. I know there's a little controversy and people have their reservations about shampooing their whole entire head, but baby, your hair needs it. The strands are going to need it. That's why I go in the second time. I don't do it the first time, but I want to ensure that all the product is out of my hair. And you want to make sure that when you're using a shampoo, it's not going to strip your oils. This shampoo was very hydrating it felt like silk going onto my hair. So I felt very confident in allowing the rest of the shampoo to go down my hair shaft. So now that I feel like my scalp is nice and clean, I'm going to go on with this next step, and that is going to be using my apple cider vinegar spray. To use this, you want to use half water, half apple cider vinegar. I use the Bragg's with the mother, and I absolutely love this because apple cider vinegar closes the cuticle. It makes the strands smoother, which means they'll be less likely to latch onto other strands or snag them to cause friction. This also leads to fewer tangles and breakage, and it also helps to balance your hair's pH. So you can actually use this as a cleanser. It literally removes buildup, it adds shine to the hair, and it always just makes my curls pop. So I absolutely love this. This is something that I use not every 2 weeks, but maybe once a month when I'm washing my hair, because sometimes it can be drying to the hair. Sometimes you just need that balance and make sure that your hair's at a nice level, you know what I mean? So after that, I just give myself a nice little scrub, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the whey conditioner with this process, because apple cider vinegar alone can make your hair feel kind of like straw. Let's just be real. So I personally think it works better when you pair it with a creamy conditioner to get the best benefits out of it. Now, when it comes to detangling your hair and deep conditioning your hair, my best advice is to start off using small sections. It's going to make it much easier, especially if you have a lot of hair, you have thick hair. I always start from the back, and I take a small piece, and what I like to do is I start from my roots and I work my way down to my ends. And baby, we gonna rub it in, and we gonna use a generous amount. There is no limit to how much products you need to use, especially when it comes to conditioning, because that is very important. This is something new. I'm going to incorporate the unbrushed. Sad to say, I put the Tangle Teaser to the side because there's a new brush in town. She's amazing, okay? If you don't have her, get her. I will link her in the description so you can get your own. But whenever I detangle, I always start from the ends of my hair and I work my way up to my roots. You never want to start from your roots to your ends. It's going to snag, it's going to snatch, and you're going to lose a lot of hair. But with the unbrush, baby, listen to me. It's a game changer. This is why my detangling process is so enjoyable now. And then once I feel like my hair is nice and detangled, I'm just going to twist it up and we're going to work on the next section. Splitting your hair in sections is so beneficial because now that your hair is detangled, the rest of your wash day is just a walk in the park because you don't have to worry about that step. Your hair has the moisture it needs. It's super soft. It's super detangled, and you can really work with your hair and not have to worry about it getting retangled again. So I usually do 4 twists on each side. It doesn't even matter. Just put some twists in your hair. Once I have finished all my twists, I'm then going to go back in and just spray a little bit more of the apple cider vinegar because, again, it's so good for scalp health. It's great for dandruff and just irritation, and it just makes your scalp feel super clean. A lot of people don't like it because of the smell, but once you rinse it out, the smell disappears instantly. So once I spray it again, I'm just going to go and just run my fingers through it and just rub it in. And then I'm just going to let it sit in my hair for a good 10 to 15 minutes. By the time I'm done washing his body, it'll be time to rinse it out. For the rinse out, I'm going to be using cool water for this step. It can be a little uncomfortable, but cool water is very important when you're washing out your conditioner because that's going to close your cuticles and it's going to hold that moisture in. If you use any type of heat, it's going to keep them open and it can make your hair dry. So as you can see, I still left the twist in, and baby, the shine is shining. Do you see that? There is no product, there is no stylers, there is no oils. This is all conditioner and that good old ACV, okay? Hair feels so soft, it feels so silky, scalp feels so clean, and I just love the shine, the natural shine that I get. It lets me know that, I'm doing something right with my tresses. So after I rinse everything out, make sure that the conditioner's out. Again, there's no smell whatsoever. I just smell the beautiful scent from the whey products. You can use whatever products that you choose to use for you, but make sure that your products are hydrating and that the first ingredient is water and that there's no sulfates, no parabens, no silicones, nothing that's going to dry your hair, especially if your hair is severely dry already. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently unravel my twist because now we are going to style. Now this step is important as well because I want to get at least 5 days of moisture so that I don't have to constantly reapply moisture, and I know you don't have time for that, so this method always helps. First things first is you got to find a styler that works for you. You need a leave-in conditioner that is going to work well for your hair when it comes to your hair's texture and your hair's porosity. I'm going to be using the For You by Tia. I love it. It smells amazing and it just works beautiful into my hair. As you see when I apply it, doesn't just sit on top of my hair. So that lets me know that this is the right product for me. Vigorously working it in, and baby, do not forget them ends. Like really focus on them ends because those are the driest part of your hair. Then I'm going to go in with an oil, and I'm going to be using an organic castor oil. And I'm basically doing the LOC method. You can do that, which is a liquid, a oil, a cream, or a leave-in, a cream and an oil, whichever works for your hair. But I need some type of oil throughout my scalp. And castor oil has done me well since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of my natural hair journey, it helps to thicken the hair, strengthen the hair. It helps with the balding. It just is a great conditioner and it works really good on the scalp. So I have no issues with it and it really gives me moisture throughout the week. So I'm just going to gently rub it through my scalp, from my scalp to my ends. And then I'm going to go on my styler. I'm going to be using this flaxseed gel, which is bomb. I usually use this or the Extreme Wet Line. That's my baby. But this one is really good because of the flax seeds. And flax seeds have so many benefits. If you guys have not seen that video, I made my own. You can make your own DIY, baby. And listen, your wash and go is going to eat. So what I'm going to do is just take a generous amount per usual, but I'm gonna section the hair off and I'm gonna start from my roots and I'm gonna put a generous amount more so to the roots because that's the puffy part for me, and I'm gonna smooth it down my hair shaft and finger detangle and rake it until my curls pop the way I want them to. And I'm just literally gonna do this over my entire head until my hair is nice and coated, nice and moisturized, nice and slicked and slayed. Okay, so whenever I do a wash and go, I definitely steer clear from the heat. I personally like to air dry because when I use any heating tools, I get a lot of frizz. So what I like to do is I use these really big ouchless scrunchies. If your hair's a little shorter, you can use this method I'm just showing you and just let your hair air dry. The method that I use that has been working, I get like a 2-in-1 type of combo. My hair dries and also it helps to stretch my hair because you know when you do a wash and go the first day, it's going to be shrinkage. It shrivels up and I just can't take it. So I like a little bit of length as well as volume. So when I put my hair towards the top of my head, my hair is going to stretch. And then what I do is I just wrap it around and create like a nice little bun or whatever. It could be a sloppy bun. Don't even matter. But that's going to help to stretch your hair. And then I just usually just chill and let my hair dry throughout the day. It usually takes a day. And that's it. So I'm real basic, y'all. I'm going to come back tomorrow and show you how my hair looks. All right, guys. So this is the next day. This is how my hair turned out. Let's just get into it. I just love how much volume I have. My hair looks super moisturized. The definition is definitely there. It'd be a little bigger. All I have to do is just pick it. But I think I'm content with how it looks right now because it's big and it's full. And each day that I stretch my hair, it's going to get bigger. So I'm pretty sure I'll get 3 to 4, possibly 5 days out of this before I have to reapply my leave-in and my gel. That's all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed my updated wash day routine. Hope that you mastered yours. If not, I hope that this video was helpful to you. Hit that subscribe button and I will see you in my next upload. Simply Michelle.